We on. We on YouTube. Yeah.
We on, we live, we live, we live.
We live. We're live. All right, here we go. Three, two, one. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Vance B.
It's a mod as always.
And this is the Record Report Podcast. We in the building, you know what I'm saying? It's February, you know what I'm saying? We grooving. Hope y'all doing well. Yeah, and for this episode, we're definitely going to kick it off by just talking about a couple of things. That's probably what we're gonna do for the most part, you know what I'm saying? We got some albums that we're thinking about in the near future, but right now we just gonna talk about what's been happening in the music world lately. So yeah, there's another episode of B sides. But let's get started with just checking on each other, just seeing how things are moving and grooving. Ahmad, how are you doing today?
Man, my son just gave me this fucking amazing prank. He just did a I mean to cuss this earlier in the episode. My son did this amazing prank, and I gotta say it because we really were like about to record right when it,
Yeah.
like before we hit the record button. And I'm gonna just go ahead and
yeah.
embarrass myself because Vance got to see it firsthand. He got me. It was a great prank. We are a prank household and set my game up. So I'm talking to Vance, right? And open up my little glass bottle, about to take a little sip of the water, and I just started screaming and cutting. Not screaming, cussing like, "Oh shit! What the hell? What the hell?" And he gave me a bottle of vinegar to drink, and I did not pay any mind because I was pre any other space, I would have smelled it first. But since you and I was talking and we was prepping and I'm not thinking, I'm twisting off the cap this a million times, twisting off the cap to my glass joint, talking, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the hell? These were big gulps. You know what I'm saying? This was a
Hey
this was,
yo,
this was a big,
yo, big goals are crazy.
it's like seven like it's you know what I'm saying? Like I was at 7-Eleven. I'm down here, I was parched. Okay. I was parched. You know what I'm saying? The craziest part is I'm downstairs earlier, dozing off, trying to prep for the episode, falling asleep, watching TV, wrapping up. Uh, and he walked up to me and he put this. I said, "Who put this glass jar here with water in it?" He said, "Oh, I did that. That's for you." I'm like, "Oh man, that's nice, man." He looking out for his dad. You know what I'm
That's for
saying?
you. Was it in
He
a
did a
mason
great
jar
job.
too?
It's like a mason type. My wife got me these jars like to make juices in, so I drink water out of them too.
Yeah.
And he took it. I was drinking out of it earlier, so he took it. And he filled it up. And he put the cap on. I guess I'm like, oh, that's smart. He don't want it to spill. No, the cap is because he put fucking vinegar in there, and my dumbass didn't smell it. So I'm over here drinking white. I'm drinking the vinegar. Yo. I did the like the. I wanted to do the TV spit, but it like. Psh. So yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm woken. I'm alive. All my little sleep that I had in me is gone. I just probably drank 8 ounces of vinegar. Um,
I mean, let that mother hit your soul. You feel me?
yeah, I don't. Does white vinegar have mother, or does apple
I
cider
don't. Yeah,
vinegar?
it's mainly apple cider vinegar. So
No,
if it's
I
not,
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not well versed in white vinegars. Other
yeah,
than I don't know. Whenever it's for.
nah, I gotta, I
Damn,
gotta.
I'm up.
I
Nose running.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Let's see you moving and
Yeah, bro.
grooving.
I'm
You know what I'm
great,
saying?
brother. Yeah.
That's fucking good to know, man. That's fucking wild because it literally happened, and I was just sitting over there like, what's going on? You good? You found some shit
Yeah,
out?
your reaction was
Nah,
hilarious.
nah, nah. Got your ass. What you talking about?
Yeah,
So
you
I
got me
digress. Let's
good,
get
bro.
yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Zay, man. Fuck yeah. Get just watch your back. That's the only thing that I probably tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you ever do listen to this, watch your goddamn back because this nigga coming for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I digress.
I'm gonna
All
play
right.
this for him after I get him back.
Save
Yeah,
yourself,
that's what I'm
Zay.
gonna do.
Save yourself. It's only going to be like this until you turn 18. It's gonna continue to
No,
be
this
like
is
this.
forever. This
Yeah. Oh,
I want smoke.
damn. Damn.
I want the
It's
smoke.
forever smoke. God damn.
It's
I,
forever
di-
smoke now.
I digress. Yeah, man, we're gonna get into some of these topics and shit. I think the first thing is first. We should talk about the most recent thing that happened. It was definitely the Super Bowl. That was
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
the game was a little. a little bit on the
Mm-hmm.
struggle side. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. I played defense in high school. I played defense in
Mm-hmm.
lacrosse. So for me to see the Seahawks defense get a little active, that was pretty cool to see in the first half. I know a lot of people got bored because it wasn't people scoring, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. The Seahawks definitely had a great defense. Offense was kind of mid on my behalf, you know what I'm saying, on my part. But they still churned it out. That was pretty cool. Uh what did you before we even get into like the big part, because I know we don't really talk sports like that here. Like what did you think about it? I guess the game and shit, since some people
Mm.
hated it.
I thought it was I'm gonna keep it. First of all, no, that's too much of a hot take. Let me dial it back a little bit.
Oh, you was gonna deliver
Uh,
hot takes and shit? Oh shit. I thought you was gonna talk about
um,
where were you during the game and shit. I digress.
I was at the crib. Man, it's my birthday weekend, so I was at the crib.
Oh,
My
happy
birthday always
birthday.
falls in Super Bowl. Yeah, appreciate it. I don't think I get no. Um, the game was cool. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched football since the Eagles lost. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah, I know. It's been
I've been
sad.
following. You know what I'm saying? I've been following it here and there. That's the first game I watched. It was like a boring Thursday night game. I'm happy for Seattle. Those players, Mike Mack is a great coach. The players are great. I'm happy for Sam Darnold. It was a boring game to watch.
Yeah.
But that's the team, yo. Like they earned it. They fought every way. It was nice. They got a solid defense. They knew what their
Yep.
identity was, and they played well. I mean, I wish it was more entertaining, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Chiefs fans. When I got my hair cut last year after the Eagles won, my barber was like, "Yo, that's the most boringest game I ever watched." So I can't forward to see what he says about this one.
Yeah, I know,
Um,
right?
yeah, if they say the NFL is fixed, if it's fixed, they gotta have more entertaining Super Bowls. Because
Yeah.
yeah, I think Drake may also look really bad the whole playoffs. They gonna try to
Oh
say it's an
yeah.
injury problem. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. He
yeah.
like it's good that he was able to kind of get to where he was specifically, get to the Super Bowl, but like you could tell that he wasn't the major factor in their entire unit. You know what I'm saying? I I just think for me, I just felt that because that defense was so solid and they got other teams out the way, I think that like if there was any team that actually win aside from the Rams, because originally I thought the Rams were actually going to win that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Matt
Mm,
Stafford was on a run for most of the season. So I was like, if the Rams don't get it, it's probably going to be the Seahawks because throughout the season they had the most heated games. Of course, aside from the rivalry, but I think that Thursday night game for me showed me that okay, like this was kind of a low key playoff game. You know what I'm saying? So I knew coming from the NFC side, whoever won that, they probably was going to win the Super Bowl. But it was kind of cool to see that they actually got their lick back. And I all puns intended after that Marshawn Lynch commercial. But it was cool to actually see them beat a team that kind of affected their identity, you know what I'm saying, for the next decade or so, you know? Because after that Super Bowl loss, they wasn't able to get back to the Super Bowl. Or at least, be in that top tier, you know what I'm saying, conversation. They were the following years because of the Legion and Boom, but everything kind of
hmm.
fizzled out quickly. So I digress. This ain't really a sports podcast, but it was cool to at least, get your intake because, you very informative when it comes to the football side. But we do got some
No,
music shit.
no, really quick,
I'll
really
go.
quick, really
Oh,
quick.
oh shit. Oh
Uh,
shit.
I want to take this opportunity to shit on AI.
Oh goddamn.
I just googled the last 10 Super Bowl champions, and they said the Chiefs beat the Niners last year.
What?
I know that is not at all. Like what the hell? I'm
That
looking right. It's on.
yeah.
It's on. I'm using Gemini. It's in Gemini. And Gemini. I don't use Gemini, but that's what it is. It's
This
definitely
Google's joint,
wrong.
right?
Yeah.
Google AI been tripping, dog. Like they bet
Mhm.
like they give her shit right like 20% of the time. And I'm like, God damn, bro. Like y'all worse than other traditional AIs. But
Yeah. The reason why I was looking it up because I was trying to see when was the last time an AFC team that wasn't the Chiefs won a Super Bowl, but it's 2019.
Had to be the Patriots, right?
Yep, Patriots when they beat the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But since then, it's been Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. NFC has just been dominating. In the
Yeah.
last non New England or Kansas City team to win was Denver in 2016. Oof.
Mm.
Yeah.
That defense was
Yeah.
cold too. Yeah.
Yeah. Defense was good. Defense gets you Super Bowl. But anyway, to your point, let's
That's
talk
all.
about. Hey, what do you think about the halftime show?
Hey, there you go. Yeah. I like the halftime show. I will say this. I'd have to watch it after the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Because I missed it because I was on the way somewhere. But when I did see it, I really liked it. I liked the storytelling that was, provided throughout the 13-minute performance. I like the celebrity performances. I think Lady
Yeah,
Gaga was kind of random. I honestly
it's
wish
tough.
that it was like you had oh my god, what's that girl's name? I know she's not like a pop star like Lady Gaga, but I thought
Sabrina Carpenter.
no, no, no,
Who?
no. That would have been a dope addition. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a actual no. She's not Puerto Rican, no, she's Colombian. Fuck, what is her name? She dates Don Tolliver. She make music with Tyler the Creator. I know I'm not tripping on
Oh,
that. Kali Uchis. Kali
Kali Uchis.
Uchis.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it
think
would have
she
been.
has the star power to
That's
Lady
what I'm
Gaga
saying.
though, right? It's probably like a star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Plus, Lady Gaga did a popular song in the salsa version, which was dope. That was dope. It
Yeah,
had Ricky Martin that was there, so
hit
it was
record
a
too, man. Number one record that was out they redid. You know what I'm saying? That Die
yeah,
with a
yeah,
Smile. Yep,
yeah. It was dope. A whole fucking marriage that was there. You know what I'm saying?
fire.
Yeah, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like in its entirety, it was a really good story and message all wrapped into this one performance. And compared to the other Super Bowl performances where it was like, well, Kendrick was a little bit different because he was actually saying something. It seems like compared to the other performances that happened, before these niggas showed up,
Hmm.
it seems like there's more of a message that's being played, through these performances than ever. And I do like that. I also like the fact that he spent time using his track list and his performance to kind of mention all aspects of America instead of just one type. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. And then again to see the several celebrities that showed up to actually be a part of it, whether they were, performing or just, chilling and enjoying the vibes. Like it was just there. I didn't really care about it being fully Spanish because when I was watching it, I had a translator, so that was cool. And then just two, the music was banging, so there wasn't really any point for me to try to be like, what is he saying? Because the music in there was already jamming. So it was just a party, man. Like that shit was vibe as fuck when I watched it, man. It was definitely a dope ass performance. And just another reason why I think now, moments like the Super Bowl halftime performance is more important than ever. And I don't just mean, Super Bowl moments. I mean moments in pop culture zeitgeist. You know what I'm saying? I think the Super Bowl halftime show is a major part of that. It's been a part of that for the last quarter century or so, even more. Now that we're in the 2020s, but it's dope to see one people of our generation and even Gen Z now with Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Kind of have their own artists to enjoy and on a big scale. And then two, it's really dope to see that they're coming with actual messages or story telling throughout their performances. And it's happened previous years, but it only seems like it's getting bigger and bigger. The more attention that many artists that perform gets. So I digress. Performance was dope. Yeah, it was. It,
The
it was really
performance
good.
was fire. The performance was fire, and I think one of the benefits of it being in Spanish, no one was a lot of the critics weren't able to dissect the messages that he had. I thought it was really creative how he did everything, man. A lot of love for his native land. The song that Ricky Martin was singing, I can't speak Spanish. Title's gonna be awful, but I looked it up after because people was talking about it on Twitter. But it's a song about anti-colonial songs, specifically around the Puerto Rican history. I think it was really powerful to use that stage to sing that song.
Hmm.
I like that he, man, had the bodega. He
Yeah.
had all of that, the culture, you know, in the community. He had the woman who runs the bodega in New York on
Yep.
there. He had
Yeah.
it's beautiful, man. I think it's possible to embrace people who are embracing their culture. Like that is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without feeling like you missing out. Because it's his whole message was love, man. To his credit, he didn't have to be. He could have tried to turn into a fuck ice. He didn't say fuck ice one time. No,
Yeah.
no mention of ice. No
Right.
jabs. No nothing. No mentions of Trump. His whole thing. I think that's takes a lot of a person to decide to do it that way.
Right.
And it was art, man. It was artistic. He was communicating. Even though you don't know the song, you can still feel the energy. You can see the people
Yeah.
dancing. You can see this. You know what I'm saying? I listen to his music from time to time. I don't understand his music, but you get the
Me
vibes,
neither.
man. Like you get
Yeah.
the vibes, yo. You get the vibes, man. You feel like you in New York in the summertime. It's
There ain't
bad,
nothing
but
better. I'll tell you this. I don't mean to cut
so
you off. There ain't nothing
I
better
love
than
it.
blast. There ain't nothing better than blasting Booker T in the middle of the goddamn gym. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always had like that vibe. It didn't really matter what he was actually saying. I have no clue what he. Well, I let me not say that. I do know what he's saying in some cases, but like he moves so fast. I don't really care. Like he's a he's a top chart selling artist because aside from him being entertainment, he's versatile with the sounds. That's how he's always been. And he's always been riding out for Puerto Rico and where he's from in
Hmm.
general. And like it's not only on the sonic aspect, it's also on just like the things that he normally do. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like just a dope ass artist and entertainer in general. You know what I'm saying? With him being a part of the WWE and shit. Like I remember that whole still. Like, oh my god, like I feel like he's part of what our overall I guess he's a part of like our overall culture and I think this was like the first time many of us acknowledged it, whether you was on the negative side or those that really appreciated what he was bringing to the Super Bowl. And it was
Facts.
just kind of cool to see that he was able to step on, the stage and actually take that motherfucker for himself, and then bring Puerto Rico with him. You know what I'm saying? And bring everybody together in some ways. So that was yeah, it was
Man,
cool, man.
people be talking about people was talking about like, oh man, NFL, what they sign up for, da da da. Like a lot of like really like uneducated takes, which is on par for
Yeah,
the internet.
yeah.
And I'm talking to my dad. My dad watched the game with me. He was like, "Why do they pick him?" I said, "Dad, this is one of the biggest artists in the world,
In the world, yeah,
in the in the in like in the world." And then you get online, and I don't want to talk about that TPUSA bullshit, but
yeah.
you get
You
on.
mean the one
It
that
was.
nobody watched?
It was pre-recorded. It was trash. Kid, that's the biggest show Kid Rock probably has ever done since an award show in the '90s when he was trying to act like he was black. The thing that's corny is um, they want to be like, oh, I keep saying like, yo, next time they got to pick Chris Brown or they got to pick a country artist. Country artists do not sell internationally. You,
Right,
if your name is not Taylor Swift, and you could even say she does pop music now, there's
right.
no there's no country act that's doing what the Bad Bunny does outside of the U.S. There's no country artist doing what Kendrick did outside of the U.S.
Yeah, yeah. Not at
There's
all.
there's
Yeah,
not, man. Is that country music does not travel outside of the U.S. It might go to It might do some spots in Europe, but if you look up their like the most recent tours for country artists, very few of them are doing international dates, not including Canada. Um, and I think that's a big reason why the NFL has not had a country artist there in a while. It is
Yeah,
not the NFL is trying to position themselves as an international brand. That's why next year I think they're supposed to have like an international game every game. I think every week it's supposed to be like an international game, something like they increasing it that much. They
yeah,
got leagues in Europe, leagues in Africa. They trying to get
yep.
leagues. They trying to get flag down in South
Shit,
America. Like
they got games in Brazil now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like they're
like
trying to
yeah,
expand.
and yeah, they're gonna probably do Argentina. They're probably gonna do South America has a lot of stable countries where you can have a sporting event and get in and get out safely. Um, and like I said, they have the Africa camps where a lot of African players who are from the U.S. are working with the U.S. and expanding the game over there. Same with over there in Britain. So they're trying to become an international brand.
Yeah,
So it made it, to me once they named it, I said, "Oh, that makes perfect sense." It
yeah,
makes perfect sense. They had their first
yeah.
Brazil game. Was the first Brazil game this year or last year?
I think it was last year because we
Last year with
played
the
in the first
Eagles.
Brazil game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Eagles game. You know what I mean? So I got the Brazil game.
yeah.
Um, Bad Bunny is massive in parts of in a lot of
I
Europe. So
mean,
Spain, Madrid,
and I know that football and wrestling don't go together, but like again, this man was already doing like he was doing WWE
WrestleMania,
shit. Yeah, he did right. Yeah, that's right. He did WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I'm
WrestleMania.
in my mind, I'm still thinking about the times that he was cutting promos, throughout the different shows. But he was on the WrestleMania stage and he shocked
Absolutely,
everybody because he did so well. Now, does that really compare to football? Not really, but even somebody who's that big of a star can just
he's
go
a
to the
star.
WWE and flourish. Like there's and he's a music artist on top of all of these things. There's no reason for him to kill the super like for him not to kill the Super Bowl performance the way
He's a
that he did.
star. He is
Like
a star. He's a
it's
superstar.
you can't deny a star. You can't deny international star. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I
I
mean
thought it was
shit,
great.
I was gonna say luckily for us we managed to get this star to actually perform on a big stage and be able to document it in some way. Go ahead. I know you was about to talk.
Last point though, it is also very hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is rapping in Spanish. That gotta count for
Right.
something. I know
Right.
earlier on we was talking about a little bit Bad Bunny. I was like, they had him on that list of the greatest albums ever, and I was like, I don't know man, all that. But I gotta give him his credit. He's a superstar, and he is rapping. He's rapping. He's singing and
Yeah.
rapping, which is rapping nowadays. But he's still rapping. And I
Yeah.
think hip hop culture. He's still in doing it, but in the but Puerto Rican. He's not trying to be like a New York Puerto Rican. He's a Puerto Rican, and he embracing it. I think that's hip hop culture, and I think that's something that I got to give him. And he's not trying to be a black guy, not trying to be
Yeah.
something that he's not. He's trying to be true to himself, and again, he's rapping, telling his story about his community, about his culture. That's hip hop, man. So, in my sense, he's a hip hop star. But he probably won't say that because they try to
Yeah.
like segregate music. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If what's different between him and Dave in
Yeah.
Britain? You know what I mean? But he's
Yeah.
speaking English. Obviously, it's the biggest difference. But he's
Right.
international. Dave sings and raps. Not melodic. Doesn't make the same songs as little buzz as him, but I'm saying international artist, a big artist. So I think it's interesting.
Yeah. I
Who you
mean,
think they're
even
gonna
with the
pick next year?
oh, that's a good question. Before I answer that question though, I was gonna
Hmm.
throw in that even though he is speaking a whole different language, the production that he chooses for a lot of his songs, aside from the songs that are specifically from his culture, you could tell that they're all rap. Like you could tell that he has that. And if you don't really believe that, you need to kind of go back through his catalog again to really recognize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he is a true rapper and a true form of hip hop, but just on a more international stage. I digress. That's actually a good question. You would man, who's a star that can hit the stage like that? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah,
It's not many.
I'd be tough. Yeah, there's not a lot, especially nowadays where it's like you can easily. you could easily be an enemy of the state by just saying something that the public don't fuck with online. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually tough. It would have to be a star, but it would have to be somebody that brings everybody together. You know what I'm saying? But there, I mean, I don't know. Jay Z took some swings. You know what I'm saying? He brought the weekend into the game. You know what I'm saying? It's also kind of cool to
Another
see.
superstar,
Yeah,
another massive, one of the biggest artists in the world,
yeah,
superstar. Um,
that's tough, man. Because I'm like, there ain't a
it's
lot
in
of like,
L.A. It's in L.A. It's not gonna be Dre and him again though.
yeah, no, not at all, not at all. It can't be Kendrick. Kendrick already did it.
He already did it. Yeah, no.
It can't be Drake. Drake turned down the Super Bowl.
So he claims.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably somebody down the line though. Like we might have a Drake Super Bowl. I feel like
Honestly, I think it makes sense. I would love for Drake to do a Super Bowl.
yeah, yeah. I think if he would have did it earlier, I mean, people would have, oh, I remember that one. But I think one, I think the one that the weekend was supposed to do, I think that was supposed to be Drake. But that's just my whole tepish theory. You know what I'm saying? And then number two, like I do know that he eventually, like he's going to have his own. Like it's clear because like he's been the pop star of the 2010s. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like he's the pop star. He might have been a rapper, but like when we look back in the 2010s, like he was a part of like the cultural cycle of the time. So I do think that Drake is gonna, show up on the Super Bowl set one time. Uh I'm just throwing this out there. Travis Scott, maybe? No? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Travis Scott. Kanye. That would be that'd be crazy. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know no more with Kanye, bro. Like
He
I
would
feel
have to
like
do. He would have to do so much apologizing between now and then,
I think he
and
just
he's already
started.
started. He's already
There
started.
you go.
He's already started.
Yeah, he's just
Kanye doing
getting
the Super
started.
Bowl would be amazing.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
be amazing. It would be the best 15-minute show we probably ever had because he's going to go all
all
out.
out. Yeah,
I just
right.
don't see it. He might need another year or two for that one.
Shit, he might need a decade.
I think
But
it
he
might go
fucked
white.
up.
I don't want to say this sound crazy. I think it might go white again.
Sabrina
Um,
Carpenter, Taylor Swift.
Sabrina
I do
Carpenter, I don't
think
know if
that
she's big enough.
I do think that there is gonna be a pop star up there that's gonna like perform. So I'm thinking Lady Gaga, or I mean, it could be Lady Gaga, it could be Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Uh, shit. I mean, a rock band maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't be Rage Against the Machine. They ain't taking that call. But but yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Like the idea, Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. That
Hell
might be.
no.
I don't know. I don't know if the world ready for that. I mean, that's tough, man.
Hell no.
That's
I
tough.
like Megan. I like Megan.
I do
I
too. Yeah,
think
I do too. But I get why you would
I,
say that.
I think to be on that level, you got to have a level of international stardom.
Yeah.
Like the Super Bowl does not make you a star; it just solidifies your status, if that's a word.
Right. But
Um,
I think that
Molly Cyrus, I think Molly Cyrus might do it. Justin Bieber,
really. Oh
I can see
yeah,
Justin
Justin Bieber's
Bieber.
a good
You know what
one.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bieber
Yeah.
Bieber had a big Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish
Okay.
could do it. I can see
Yeah,
Billie Eilish
Billie
doing.
Eilish.
She did not put an album out this year. I mean, last year did she? No.
She got a
I think
Grammy
Billie
for an
Eilish.
album
She
recently,
did. I don't
right?
know.
Yeah.
They don't know how they gonna give her that Grammy. That song came out 2 years ago. Um, I think Billie Eilish would be the best pick. I mean, do not think about it. It's in LA. Yeah, I think Billie Eilish might be the best pick.
Yeah.
Save it here, folks.
Yeah.
I think they gotta go
I
white.
think, yeah. Yeah. I
And
do
Billy
agree.
is Billie is she's hit superstar status. I think if the next album is a missile, which it probably will be because she makes really good. She know how to make and I love her last album.
Yeah,
Um, I could see Billie put on an amazing show. Her SNL performances is really good. From
yeah.
what I see from her concerts, from the videos that I saw, it actually looked pretty good. Like she actually knows how to perform. Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be Billie. That's my
Okay,
vote.
okay.
I was saying Miley Cyrus at first because that's something somebody you can do, but I think Billie might be the one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can
Who's your
agree with
bet?
that.
Who's your bet? Travis Scott.
I,
Travis Scott ain't a bad one either though.
yeah, I was probably gonna if he continues to do rap, which I doubt, because eventually you're gonna have to like switch it up. I would probably say Travis Scott just due to the fact that he honestly he's one of the last rap superstars that we kind of
He
have
is.
as of,
He is. He is.
like
And
he's
I don't
he
know who else we could pick as raps.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and raps at that big that with that big of an audience, you know what I'm saying, aside from Kanye. But I think
Yeah.
I probably go with Travis Scott. I was going because we were thinking about white artists, because like I said, like the NFL is trying to get politically correct while they go across the entire world. I had a very crazy choice that I was thinking about. I'm
Cool.
not making that choice, but I
Mhm.
would just throw it up there just to see how the conversation goes. But I would probably say Charlie SCX, XCX.
Ah. Do you think she's big enough? As a solo
That's
artist. I know she got
that's
the big she got the band and stuff. Like, so you think the solo artist?
yeah. Well, she's been a while around for a while. You know what I'm saying, as a pop star, and the biggest album that she had so far is Brat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was,
true.
but the problem is that album was also associated with a campaign that did not work in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
The
don't
album
think
was
it would
big.
be.
Album was big before that though. But yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it was. Which, in respects, it definitely was beforehand.
You know.
But I would probably think Charlie XCX, because one, if we go back to our what we said originally about how the NFL is trying to expand internationally, what are one of the biggest places that not she's trying to conquer, but the NFL is trying to conquer. It's the
Hmm.
Europe area. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Charlie XCX is from Europe per se, but I do feel like because of the. Oh yeah, she is. Oh well, damn. Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably think Charlie XCX would be one of them. She do have songs from more than a decade ago, but because the NFL is trying to move internationally, and
Yeah.
she is a star that is more recent compared to other stars. I would throw that out there, but that's a wild choice. Or Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because I think Doja Cat is kind of like she got a very mixed audience. You know what I'm saying, for better or for worse. But I do say that she has kind of crossed over to the mainstream in a few ways. You know what I'm saying? So I also would throw Doja Cat out there too. And she also knows about music. So if she was to come out, for better or for worse, because I know some people don't like her, she will probably bring out some dope people. She will probably have some dope features with her. But
yeah.
that's a long shot. That's a long
I
shot.
think there's not a lot of people that can do. You got to be able to do a stadium though. I think one of their prerequisites. If I'm
Mm,
looking at the people who've done it the past few years, is have you done a stadium show? Because
yeah.
going to a stadium show versus an arena show is massively different. The 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 scale of the event, the scale of the performance, and the NFL was that times 10 because the audience is not on the field.
Yeah.
So I do think. So I'm trying to think. So thinking like the past three people, Bad Bunny was on stadiums before this. Kendrick stadiums before this.
Yeah.
Beyonce obviously those stadiums before this. Bruno
Obviously.
Mars stadiums before this. Weekend stadiums before this. Um, before he was picked. I'm trying to think who else. Who was before the weekend? That was Beyonce.
It was Shakira and J Lo, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would say stadiums too, probably because they're from that
Oh yeah,
'90s 2000 superstar status. So they
yeah,
100% they were doing stadium tours. So I do think they try to pick people who have experience. That's why I think Travis Scott's not a crazy idea because Travis
yeah,
Scott already does stadiums at that grand. You know what I'm saying? I do think Drake is interesting because Drake does not. He's never done a stadium tour.
yeah.
I do think he has the catalog, which I think also is crazy to think about. Like, why did he never do a stadium tour? I would love to know why he's never done a stadium tour.
Okay, I will say this. It could be, it could be the fact that he brings a lot of. Well, he got his own festival. He brings a lot of attention at festivals. Like like if Drake shows up on a festival headline, people are going to show up. So I also think that he got that in his bag. And this is just me speaking. This could be a long shot, but I also think that some of the choices he makes with his presentation of his performances, i.e. the spinning car that he had, like, you know what I'm saying, at one of his performances, the visuals that he tried to bring, that might be a reason why he hasn't done any stadium performances. But that's just me spitballing, if I'm being quite honest. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, I just think that is a different type of show, so it might require more. I would
Yeah,
love to know Drake's because Drake can do a stadium tour if he wants to. Like,
yeah,
I don't make it seem like he cannot do a stadium. I think he
of
chose not to do
course.
a stadium tour. Like, you know, he's one of the biggest
Yeah,
artists in the history of music. So I would love to. Maybe it's an interview out there. I can try to Google and find out. But anyway, I do think
here,
people
so
familiar with stadiums. Bieber does stadiums.
yeah.
Molly does stadiums. So I do think they try to find someone with that kind of experience. What you about to say?
So here are some of the artists that are being considered according to USA Today. Like, these are the
Let's
halftime
go.
show
Let's
odds.
go. Let's
All right.
go.
So we got, and I don't know how to read these shits, but we're just gonna say fuck it and we're just gonna do it. So Miley Cyrus is plus
Hey.
310.
Okay.
Cardi B is plus 440.
Nope.
Uh Taylor Swift is plus 490. Yeah, I'm like, Cardi B only got two albums. So like, that's out of the question. Taylor Swift is plus 490. Lil Wayne is plus 520.
Hell no.
ASAP. Wow, really? I think
Wayne
Wayne.
Wayne is not. Come on, son.
I think he could do it. I think he could do
Nah.
it. After seeing him perform at Roots Picnic, I do
How
think
long
you
ago was
have
that?
2 years ago. But I do think that you have to have a lot around him in order for him to perform. But if you have a band, if you have visuals, I think he could do it. I really think that he could do it, and he's still performing. You know what I'm saying? It might not be as frequent as other bands or artists, but he is still performing. I do think that he culturally he's a major part of the 2000s, especially in hip hop, and I just think that because he is well known as an artist across the country, for better for worse, or internationally for better for worse, I do think that he would be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I thought that he was shooing for the fucking Super Bowl last year. I
I
thought that
don't
was
know
him
why.
until Kendrick. Yeah, it was announced that Kendrick was the artist, and I was like, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because they just had literally the biggest beef of that whole, you know, the biggest beef of our generation of rap. But yeah, I was surprised that they didn't choose Wayne for New Orleans. But I, I do think that if there's anybody, if we're going to consider Drake, we might as well consider his mentor. You know what I'm saying? Or
If he
his
wants to
name be
bring them
thrown
out,
in. Yeah.
if he wants to, I don't think them two are friends like they used to be. Just
Mm.
from outside observation,
Oh, of
doesn't look like
course.
they really be I mean, we could have a whole episode about what happened to Cash Money. Um, I don't see Wayne, bro. I don't see from what I've seen, his most recent performances were bad. The one they had on TV, I can't remember what it was for, was not a good one. He doesn't tour internationally anymore. I don't think he's gonna put on a good show. I just don't
Mm.
think the creativity is there for him to put on like you know what I mean? Like somebody might tell her what to do, but I don't think you're gonna do it like Kendrick was intricate and had Sam Jackson come in and he had his whole PG Lang people be creative directors and the same thing with Bad Bunny. He brought his team in there and was being creative and I think there's a level of creativity that's like a star thing that comes with it because the NFL don't pay you, but they pay you whatever they pay for all. They cover all expenses, so they willing to go
Yeah.
as far as it needs to for the most
So
part.
they cover all the background production, all of the things that you
All
need to
that,
actually perform, but
yeah,
they don't pay you,
yep.
which makes sense
When they
because
when
you
they
eventually get paid for
did,
the albums.
yeah, when GNX came out, they watched a little video about the set. They bought the GNX, which is like $100,000. I think it's like to buy a GNX is expensive as hell. They
Yeah.
just gutted it out specifically for like the set.
Damn.
And car don't work no more. It's just for the set. Like it was like a set piece. 'Cause they had to like
Yeah.
make changes to it. So yeah, NFL they won't pay you, but they'll write a blank check for the most part for the set. Which is why I
Mm.
think Kanye would be amazing there. But I don't think he if he wants to do it, he gotta wait a few more years. He gotta show that his
Shit.
apologies is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
My money's
Also,
on what's
I think he needs to drop an actual he needs to drop another good album because it's been a while
he
since
said
he
he's
dropped
coming
a.
out.
Um,
He said something coming out. That's what he said.
that, but the question is because remember like the thing is with Kanye is that he does shit for attention. We know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
is he
yeah, yeah, yeah.
apologizing for attention? You know what I'm saying? Because though even when he apologized, it was around the time of the Grammys. So it's like,
Yeah.
is he doing this shit for attention for his next project, or does he actually mean this shit? But like you said, we need to give him a couple years to actually show his true
Yeah.
character. I digress. So Lil Wayne is plus 520.
That's
ASAP
crazy.
Rocky is plus 610, which is
Next
interesting.
year, I don't
Not
think so.
yeah. I don't nah, not next
I think
year.
if you put an album out right now, no, he could put another album next year. Yeah, he not doing that. I just don't
Yeah.
see it. I
Me
don't see it.
neither. Me neither. I uh, if if he if he continued like, I don't know, man. Like if I don't know. Yeah, nah. Cause he only dropped 3 albums and then disappeared and he
Who?
wasn't really ASAP Rocky.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, he dropped 3 albums and then he was out of there. You know what I'm saying? Until now. So if this was a part of the run to his Super Bowl performance, it would make sense. But I don't know about now him being that guy of this of the decade because he took his time after Yams died to you know test shit out. You know what I'm saying? I digress. So now we're starting to get into the bigger chances. So Justin
yeah.
Bieber plus 790,
That's
J
not crazy.
Cole, yeah,
Not happening.
yeah. They wrote J Cole. J Cole is plus 88, 880 or
Yeah, that's
880.
not happening. Not happening. I
Drake
would not take those.
Drake is equally the same with 880.
Wow, I thought
Um,
it'd be lower. I feel like Drake eyes like that's the perfect comeback is for Drake to land the Super Bowl, but you know, there's a lot going on.
yeah, he
Really,
got it.
same as Cole is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I get there is an audience for J. Cole. Let's be
No,
honest.
I no, I agree, but you got to think global superstar.
Global superstar. Yeah, that's where I'm like, I don't know.
And
Maybe
yeah,
Africa because he and I'm not saying that racially. I mean like because he did perform,
nah,
not
Cole
perform
Cole
out
was
in Africa. He was
Cole tours worldwide. I don't
okay.
know if he do stadiums worldwide, but Cole hits the road, man. He got a solid global fan base. I do think Drake's fan base is kind of different, teetering a bit, not the same as they once were. So I'm interested to know what his international market is.
Yeah.
What's Billie Eilish eyes?
She's not even on the list.
That's crazy. I'm putting in
Yeah.
the poly market for her right now.
You want to know the last two?
What's the last two?
Ariana Grande
No.
and Harry Styles.
Harry Styles might.
Yeah,
Harry Styles.
I
His
could see
album
that.
comes out too soon. Though his album comes out right now. His album comes out right now.
But are there hits that grabs everybody's attention? Like, cause like,
Harry Styles. Harry
yeah,
Styles killed the Grammys when the Watermelon Sugar came out.
I probably heard his music. The fucked up thing is, I probably heard his music before and didn't even know. Like, oh shit,
Yeah,
this is
he
this
was in the band. Yeah, yo, that album he got was fire. Let's put that shit on, start moving around the house.
nigga for real.
Speaking of Grammys, what you think about the Grammys, man? Your question you said was so fire. You said, does the Grammys matter anymore?
Yo, I think now it does.
Now it
I
does. Oh, hot take. Let's
I
go.
think now it does. I think
Why?
now it does because they spent so much time fucking it up the last couple of decades that now that you have a better, more acclimated committee, you can see that they're making some of the some of the better decisions now compared to how it was in the past. You know what I'm saying? I do think that there are snubs that happen every year. Um, cause I did Freddie Gibbs get nominated for Alfredo?
Not Alfredo 2, Alfredo 1.
Alfredo too, yeah.
Alfredo 2, no.
Okay,
I didn't. I wasn't too mad at that.
yeah.
I do think Let God Sort Them Out should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like albums like that. I do think that they do get snubbed occasionally, or there are snubs that still happen. But I think that the albums that should get the respect for what they provided or what they contributed to the year, at the very least they get the Grammy nod. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the choices that has happened in the past, again, we wish that they kind of go in our favor or the people's favor. But for the most part, some of the choices that they made sense. You know what I'm saying? There
Hmm.
weren't any crazy choices that push people, made people go crazy. Like, why did you choose that? There were no Macklemore kind of choices that were made for
Yeah.
specific albums,
I
and
think
they're
that's when
not
they really
made.
messed it up.
Yeah, yeah, it was
That's when
broken.
they really messed it up. Yeah, they
Yeah,
really messed it up. Because you could say in the 70s and 80s, they kind of got a lot of those right. Even in the 90s, because they got Lord Lauren Hill right. They
right.
still missed a lot of other ones in between. But Mike Wright, they got Roberta Flack. Roberta Flack won Record of the Year twice, back to
Mm,
back. Roberta Flack was killing it back in the 70s when she was getting her Grammy. So there is some people who was off, they often overlooked. I think the issue that I had in recent years was like they weighted radio hip hop too much over all hip hop, like the Macklemore joint. Like,
yeah,
you're not telling me Macklemore is better than Pepper Butterfly. The fuck out of here.
yeah. No,
Fuck
not
out
at
of
all.
here.
No,
Fuck
no, no,
out.
no,
Like,
no.
just
Macklemore better than Good Kid, Mad City.
it was Good Kid or Pimp a Pimp. They
Yeah,
were
it was good. No, it was Good
hell
Kid.
no,
Yeah, it was Good
hell
Kid.
no,
Because to Pimp a
hell
Butterfly,
no.
they gave him all his flowers, especially for that
That
album.
shit was amazing. I think also people, the Kendrick thing. I think people also discredit how Kendrick's style translates to other people. Uh, his style of music just translates. I think people just don't assume that you only listen to Kendrick for you want to be a deep thinker, but everybody listen to Kendrick. White people, black people, Hispanic people,
Right,
Asian people, like everybody listen to Kendrick. I went to his show in Philly, me and my wife, man. It was everybody there. It was
right.
everybody
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
It was not no one. It was young, old, everything. So I think people also um, underestimate the broadness of his fan base as well.
yeah,
What else did I like? I'm happy Bad Bunny won for Album of the Year. I feel like he deserved that. I'm
yeah,
happy Kendrick won for Record of the Year with Luther. That was great. I absolutely love the tribute. Bro. All of them really. I like the Ozzy one
yeah.
with Flea and Post Malone and Slash. I like that. But I really like the Lauren Hill dedicate um, uh, uh, Sarah the
Tribute.
performance tribute for Roberta Flack and D'Angelo. Whew.
Mm,
Bilal
mm,
killed it. Raphael Sadiq killed it.
yeah.
Layla Hathaway came out there and sang her dad's part. That was beautiful to hear Layla
Oh
Hathaway
man.
singing
Oh man.
the Donny. I love Donny Hathaway, man.
Yeah.
Um, and Lauren out there being a maestro, bringing people out. I know. Then closing it with killing them softly with the Fuji mix with Wyclef Free Prize.
Yeah. Free prize.
You
Yeah.
know what
Rest
I'm
in peace.
saying?
Oh my
John
God,
Forte,
yeah, there you
John
go, there you
Forte,
go.
John Forte. They had him on
I
the
was about to
screen.
say Forte Bowie. Nah, Forte Bowie ain't dead. John Forte, rest in peace,
Yeah,
John Forte.
I do
Yeah.
wish they could have did a song or two for Angie Stone, but I get it. I get it. They're not Angie Stone wasn't on that same level as D'Angelo and Roberta Flack, so I respect it.
Which I do
I,
wish that we do give her the credit because even though she wasn't big in the '90s, like she did have her time in the 2000s when she was getting appreciated as an artist. But yeah, I did
True,
find that that was
I
kind.
agree with that.
I also did find that it was cool that like we were able to like the world was able to kind of see what '90s like soul and like soulquarian music was like because
Yeah.
it felt like even though we talked about it on the Brown Sugar episode about how like this was music that was for the soul. This was music that we many of us heard throughout our many years. Our aunties and uncles playing this music, our dads and mothers playing this music, and so it was something that people outside of the community didn't really know about. And for a long period of time, like that whole Soquarian era was popular when it was out there, but when it comes to the mainstream or the mainstream audience, it didn't get that same amount of love. And now it kind
Hmm.
of seemed like with the Grammy kind of acknowledging, it, even though it's through their deaths, but they're acknowledging this level of soul. I think that's important because we're finally documenting this era that was cool in its own niche, but now it's getting the appreciation that it deserved from the mainstream audience. Let me
Mm,
be specific for so long. So that was really dope to see. I was surprised because first is Lauren Hill showing up on time for some shit, so that caught me off guard. But and I'm just joking, but like to actually see these performances and like to get that level of soul and see it on a big stage like that, like that shit is important for people to understand the music that came out of it. And it's also just good to see that that level of music is still getting the same
facts.
level of attention with
Yeah.
artists like Leon Thompson bringing it back. So
Yeah, people shit on the Grammys, man. I actually like the Grammys. I look forward to watch.
I'm,
I love
I'm telling
learning
you,
about new artists or
yeah,
people I didn't hear about. I love Olivia Dean. I'm happy she won. My little
yeah,
cousin was playing her. And that's how they did. They really put me on. Little cousin was playing. I said, "What's that?" And I next, I was playing Olivia Dean. So was happy to see her win.
yeah,
Leon Thomas got up there and performed. Alex Warren, I like some of his
yeah.
music.
He didn't win new
Um,
artists. I thought he was shooing to win that. You know what I'm
who
saying? But
Warren?
Olivia,
Olivia
nah,
Dean.
Leon
Oh,
Thompson.
Leon. I like Leon, but I think Olivia Dean gonna be a superstar. I think
Yeah,
I
that
think
makes
she's gonna
sense.
be a superstar. I think she's gonna. I think right now the British music talent is they invest early in the arts, and it shows by their ability to find people to consistently create art. Like a lot of every year, there's some one or two. I think this year was three British artists for best new artist. I think they're definitely got a nice little system going of creating artists to with talent, man. It's pretty impressive. I like the tributes. I thought Trevor Noah did a great job making fun of everybody.
That's
Um,
that's that nigga's Family Feud now, man. Like, isn't this like the
he done. He done.
third?
He said he done.
What?
6 years. Yep. He
6 years straight, bro.
6 years. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks, man. That should have been like his Family Feud, man. Like he could
Hmm.
have just did that shit forever, man. That sucks. Oh
Yeah.
man, that because he
Yeah.
made the Grammys fun. He's kind of one like it felt like he was a part of that era of them actually getting it right. Because every time you saw like Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce on stage, this nigga's on stage too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like them making the right decision. Oh, this Kendrick Lamar is here for winning GNX or any other shit or the album before that shit, man, or Not Like Us. This
Hmm.
nigga's right there. Trevor Noah's right there. It just felt like he was a big part of that, man. That kind of sucks that he's not doing it anymore. But it'd be interesting to see who actually do it now. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But damn, that sucks, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know this was last year. I was about to say, like, That nigga is Steve Harvey, and the Grammys is that nigga's winner. Family Feud now, man. Um, yeah, I do like a lot of the choices that are made here. Once again, even the nominees are different too. Like I'm looking at Best Dance Electronic Recording. Tame Impala won it, but
Mm-hmm.
Disclosure and Anderson Paak was nominated. Fred
Mm-hmm.
again, Skepta, and Black Boy Max
I like
was
that.
select.
That's a great,
Yeah,
yeah. I like
K
that.
Tronada, Skrillex.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you look at the best album. FKA Twigs won a Grammy,
She
which
did. Yeah, I
is
saw that.
surprising because like when you back in the 2010s, when you first saw her like really hit the scene, and I'm not even talking about on the mainstream stage. I'm talking about like in the blog era when she was
Mm-hmm.
like kind of growing in that first album. You would never expect it, but you know what I'm saying? Now she's finally getting her flowers. You got Lady Gaga. Well, she did she win a Grammy before? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Absolutely.
crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
yeah, man. I like Turnstile. They're nominated. You know
They
what I'm saying?
won. They won
Well, they
rock
didn't win
album.
best rock song.
They won
Oh
rock
yeah,
album though.
yeah. You're right.
They won
Best
rock
rock
album.
album,
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Baltimore. I'm happy.
bro.
That
I
was
love
fire.
this shit, bro.
That was
And I'm
fire.
looking at some of the best rap performances too. They did win the Clips did win a Grammy, so that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I shouldn't mute myself.
Cardi B, despite how some people may feel about the album, definitely was nominated. Kendrick was nominated twice. And then they got a Tyler the Creator and Tizo touchdown jump. Like, yeah, man, I'm digging this. I'm digging what the Grammys are doing now, man, because they're actually acknowledging those artists that are really putting work in. You know what I'm saying? Now, are they winning? You know, that could be another conversation, but it does seem like they're actually getting it right this time, which is why I'm like, even though I understand why people feel like the Grammys don't really matter, I think it matters more now because now we're actually getting a more accurate look at, what is considered critically good as well as commercially good, or who's both commercially and culturally meeting that standard of excellence. And
Mm-hmm.
for a while we didn't really get that with the Grammys. We always got what was manufactured or what was considered good by
True.
a certain audience. So yeah, man. I think there is progress to be made when it comes to the Grammys, but I do think that progress has been made compared to how it was even in 2013, 2014.
Yeah, and also it's a white award show, and I
Right.
mean we can only take it for so much granted. And yeah, they might have. I think they made some improvements, but I mean we got to also make sure that they don't remember that they don't dictate. Um,
What's good?
they don't dictate what's good, what's
Yeah.
cool, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like Rock Marciano might never win a Grammy, but
Right.
he's one of the best rappers breathing.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
mean, it's Alchemist. Alchemist might actually, he might. I think he won a Grammy. But yeah, there's other people out there who makes amazing hip hop, contribute hip hop culture in a million different ways that
Yeah.
might not win a Grammy too. Like I love Glorilla's album. I think she should have won something.
Yeah. She should have walked
Um,
away with something.
you know what I'm saying, I don't know what it would have been, but I felt like she should have won something too. I feel like her album was really good.
I
It
also
was growth. Yeah,
I also don't think they nominated Two Chains and Larry June for any songs. I
yeah,
don't think
that's
they.
fine. That's fine. I think that's fine. I get it. It came out early in the year too. That's
Yeah,
fine. It
yeah,
is what it
it was
is.
kind of forgotten. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, what else
yeah,
we got on the docket, man? You had something else you said earlier. I
yeah.
can't
I know
remember.
we got some other shit. All right, but I'm pretty sure some of the
J.
topics will
Cole.
be. Oh
J. Cole.
damn,
We did Super
damn.
Bowl. We did Grammy. We gotta do Cole, man. We
We
gotta
gotta
wrap
talk
it up
about
with the Cole,
Cole.
man. I don't know how much time we got. How long we? Oh yeah, yeah. Let's make Cole the last piece.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, we got other ones too, but we could definitely talk about. We could talk
we an
about
hour
Cole.
in. I don't know how much time we got.
I know we could
Cole,
just fire
man.
them off later.
Cole, man. What you think about the album?
So far, I'm listening to it. I didn't listen the first day because I know everybody want to have their fucking takes the first fucking day after the first fucking hour of them listening. I didn't want
Yeah,
to
I
do
know,
that.
man. I know,
Yeah,
man. It's
I
crazy.
Listen, I'm hot take. I think that's the dumb. I get it. You want to be first, but I honestly think that's the dumbest fucking take that you can have after listening to an album for an hour. Like if you're consuming music like that and you're just doing it for the fucking clout, that shit don't really matter because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you haven't
Hmm.
taken time to consume it in different forms of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's when we really nurture what we're getting with an album. I digress though. So far, I've been listening to it. It feels kind of long for me because it is
Hmm.
24 tracks. I There are some songs that so far I was like, nah, fuck that. The first song with Future is one of them because I didn't know J. Cole was going to use Future in that way. So that kind of caught me off guard. I do like the track with Future and Tim's. And I also like the fact that he's implementing many of the artists or many of the features in different ways, which is pretty cool. Um, they're not. It feels like he brought them in, but they're not necessarily in the normal sound that makes them great. If you know what I mean. So like for Tim's, you know what I'm saying, she's associated with Afro beats, but the beat that she's singing over it feels more like jazz or just slow melodic jazz than anything. And then Future, like I said, like he's using him in a way different way. Like I thought
Yeah, I
Future
thought that
was
was
gonna come
cool.
in with the bass and shit. Like, nah, this nigga over jazz beats and he's singing and shit. Like I was not expecting that. Even with
Hmm.
Burner Boy, like Burner Boy's not rapping over or singing over Afro beats. He's using a lot of artists in different ways, like instruments. And I've heard many artists be used in this way, but I haven't felt this kind of way since I heard Tyler the Creator's Igor
Mm.
because he got so experimental with the way that he blended people's beats, especially with the production that he was using, compared to this album where it's a little bit more based in hip hop, but the way that he's doing it with these artists is so unique. And I guess that's what's making me like this album as I listen. I also like the song they did with PD Pablo. A little bit more
Yeah, I love
simple.
that song.
Yeah, it's a little bit more simple, but like the bass is there, the energy is there, and where he put PD Pablo in within the chorus, that shit was fire. It wasn't a lot, but it also wasn't a little. He put him in the most important part of the song for people to remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's PD Pablo. But then at the same time, he doesn't make his feature so long that it's like, all right, Petey Pablo, get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So far, I'm liking it. It does feel a little bit long. Some of the tracks feel a little bit long, but I do think that so far I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna say it's a classic or anything like that.
Hmm.
And if this is his final album, I think more listens will let me know whether this was a failure or a success.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm enjoying what I'm listening to, despite the flaws that it have.
Man, you said a lot. The future thing, man. That second one, the Road Street Blues, whatever it's called. That
Yeah.
song is produced by Alchemist. So he put Future and Tim's
Really?
over Alchemist beat. I thought that was really cool. I'm looking at the track
What?
listing right now.
That's
Yeah, the
no.
rest of the rest of the production seems to be more in house. People he worked there for a long time, like T minus, Omen, people with vinyls, Boy Wonder, people that he worked with in the past, kind of like. But it seems to be Alchemist was the only one like I think that really stood out that he didn't work with in the past. Jake One, I think he did Jake One before. I like that. I thought it started off really strong. I really enjoyed that. The starting off was really good. Um, I want to say it. I know people like you. Someone else said the same thing you said about it feels kind of long. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's how Cole makes his albums. That I actually kind of miss that. I don't like too many 2 minute songs, even though he got a couple 2 minute songs on here. I love that he gives you some 4 minute songs where he's like, I'm giving you three verses because I got to get this entire idea out there
Yeah.
just for the concept to flow. Sometimes it's hard to do that with two verses all the time.
Right.
That's one thing Freddie Gibbs kind of killed me with that album he had, the Green album, which I absolutely love. Some of the songs on shit is too short.
That was the horror one,
Um,
right? The horror themed one.
yeah, he got like two tracks going. He got a couple tracks going. Really, he got the Alfredo track. He got the Mad Lib track, where it's like that's like the creative thing where they kind of stay with that theme. So that one, he got the Mafia theme, Alfredo, and then he got the what's the casino one called with the bunny 777?
Yeah, Lucky Seven. It's like a
Lucky
little
whatever. That one,
rabbit,
and
something like
then
that.
yeah, the rabbit joint, and then the green one. Those two kind of like on that same track. Yeah.
Cocaine
But anyway,
Rabbit. That's the character.
something
Cocaine
like
Rabbit.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had that. I thought Gibbs is fire for just having that creating a fire. Um, what do I to say? I love that. My couple issues. Some of these songs I just didn't like. A couple joints I was like, it wasn't that many. Maybe like two on this, two on this one, something like that. Nothing that crazy. Nothing I really didn't throw it off. If you include the bonus tracks, it's probably like one or two on each, so it's probably not that many. My issue with Cole was with this album. I'm listening to it. And I'm playing it a lot, and I love it. I've been playing a lot of these songs. Cole ability to evoke emotion is tough. Just so I'm telling the stories, how he do his storytelling is amazing on here too. He's rapping
Yeah.
backwards, storytelling backwards. He's
Yeah.
giving you his own little science of what ifs, like the Biggie and Tupac song, which people don't like, but I'm like, fuck it, let him be creative. Like that he was trying to be creative. My concern with all of it though was if the thing is this is your last album and
Right.
you giving us the album and the first disc is you at 29 and the second disc is you at 39, listening to that again, the fall off, this is my last one, this is da, 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 da. I see what he was trying to do. Sometimes I felt like my issue is, and so it could change over time, he didn't execute why he's quitting.
Mm.
He did. Time. You heard, listen to it too. You could be wrong. And if you're listening to this, like hit us up and say, "Hey, no, you missing it." Listen to it. What happened? I would love to know what struck a nerve at age 29 that sparked this idea, and then what is that like now at 39, executing an idea and why? He gave you songs like life sentences about how he want to settle down and be with his wife and be with his kids and da da da. And then he gave the other song "Only You." I think it was the first one. So he kind of was incorporating more like family time stuff. The first one was a little bit more about, in my opinion, he was like, you got surviving the let out and then seeing your home girl at the thing and then surviving the let out and then people talking shit coming back home. He's like, was that 2-6? So rapper coming back home. Like
Yeah.
I
Two
get, I
sixes.
get all of that.
Two sixes was hard.
It's hard. I love that. I love that. So again,
That's a good.
I like
That's a
most of these
good ass
songs. I
start.
really like.
Yeah.
I love how he tied Fievel with everything. My only issue is conceptually, if the concept of this is my last album and it's spanning over this essentially 2 decade period, what happened at age 29 and what happened and how's that showing up now at age 39 in reflection to affirm the idea or opposite of what happened at 29 that says now that I'm at 29 I thought this, at 39 I'm thinking this and this is why I'm quitting. I just feel like
Mm.
he didn't hit that part home, and that's why I was like, because if you listen
That
to it, maybe you got it, I didn't. I listened to it a lot. I just don't see how he closed the concept. That's why I didn't
the
like it.
only thing that I recognize is that he mentioned that he had a daughter, but that could just be a part of the story that he was telling. That
Yeah,
was the main thing that I heard. I was like, okay, so you have a child now, like, and this was some of the things that you were talking about actually achieving.
yeah,
But yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't. He's still telling stories within his album, but he's telling other people's stories, and he's not necessarily being clear about why this is it for him. Like, why is he
hmm
leaving?
yeah.
And
Why is he leaving? That's my question.
I
Why are you
I,
leaving?
I thought that I thought that this was going to be a way for him to kind of explain that.
Yeah,
And so far, that's I haven't got that. The only thing, like I said, I've gotten was that the fact that he has a like he has a child now. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of came out of the blue.
yeah.
Yeah.
On For Your Eyes Only, he kind of he had a kid.
Okay.
That's when he
Oh well,
came out
damn.
that.
That's not
Yeah,
even
for
old news now. So it's like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Okay. Well, damn. That
yeah.
completely takes
So
away my theory. I just so far I don't see any explanation. I just get more stories.
yeah,
Um and like Okay, cool. I understand that this is a part of like the whole concept of the album. You had this planned for years, maybe a decade now. But I like you, I do want to well, not I don't need an explanation, but it would be nice to actually hear what happened.
Yeah,
But that's probably going to be answered down the line when we look back and look at the music and like what he was able to contribute to the culture. But yeah,
yeah.
that's
Maybe
good to
he'll
know
try to
as I
bring
listen.
visuals. Yeah. Now, I will say also say this: some of his best raps I've ever heard are on this tape. I think "Quick Trip" is some of the best J. Cole verses you might ever hear. Some of his best. He does this thing where he can have like this conversation between two people so well, man. It's such an amazing skill. He did it at the end of For Your Eyes Only. He did it on Quick Trip, where he was. I even people was bashing the Biggie Tupac song, but I mean, it's
Yeah,
his take on something very creative. Um, I love her again. I like that song. I enjoy his own take on it.
that was a good
I don't.
story. Yeah.
I'm not
Oh
complaining on somebody
wait,
trying
wait.
their own take.
I love her again. That was the hip hop version. That was
Yeah,
the sample of
yeah,
comment. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I heard
The
that.
light, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. About Oli, my biggest, and even the songs I don't like, I think if the concept was executed properly, the even songs I don't like as much might make more sense, or they might fit in. But look back, listen to back to 29. Other than Lonely at the Top, what is the reason and why you want to quit? I mean, Lonely at the Top might actually cover that. Um, I just listen. I'm gonna listen to the rest of the songs again, man. I love the last song dedicated to Fayetteville.
Mm,
Um, but he just, in my opinion, I don't think he closed the concept well enough. I think he could, because my issue is this, and J Cole albums age well, so maybe it will sound like you said it will get better. I love For Your Eyes Only because when you listen to it and then you realize that the entire album is based on someone else's story and their own perspective, and the last song is their conversation, all the other songs feel differently when you go back and listen to it.
mm,
And I think what I was hoping was at the end of the album. So when I heard Quick Trips, I was like, "Yo, that's amazing." He's met this guy at the gas station, similar to How Much a Dollar Costs that Kendrick did when he was in Africa and he saw the homeless
yeah,
person on the side of the person was like, his opinion, Jesus. He didn't give the religious aspect. He was just a conversation aspect of how much the person motivated me and this and that third. But that was really well executed, and it's amazing. Like I played that song so much the past few days. Quick Trip is probably one of my favorite songs off of here. Um, he getting the other song after that. I'm like, man, but I just didn't think he executed it, bro. I was my biggest. That's my biggest criticism. I think if he closed the concept a little bit better, I think the people will hold up a little bit more. But I still like it though.
well, as somebody that hasn't fully finished it, this is good to consider as I continue. You know,
Yeah,
before I provide my final judgment. But that,
still good though, still
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Let me just
they're good. There are songs here that I'm probably going to add to a playlist for sure. But I do got a question. I do think that I do want to ask, with you saying this, do you think his career is over after this album?
no.
I agree, but
Yeah,
like I said, I
no.
can't really.
I think he'll do other stuff. I think he might fall back some. I think he gonna still try to get. I think he gonna. I think something like Jay Z when he did it. Now I could be wrong because Cole will disappear and you not see him. Anything is possible. Um, I hope not. I think J Cole. I think hip hop is better when people like him still make music at his age.
Very true.
Meaningful music, like even ASAP Rocky, man. I was thinking about this earlier. Both of them, this is their 15th year plus. I'm gonna say, let's say they both 15 plus years in the game for their first projects. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing.
and they
That's
managed to carve out different aspects of the business, so they're not just
absolutely.
artists. Yeah,
That's amazing, man. It's amazing hip hop to have legacy artists like that who still have a cultural relevancy, and are still trying to be creative, not just calling it in.
right.
They're not giving you. They actually. That's my criticism of Wayne now. I feel like Wayne is not being creative anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I
We grew
mean,
up. we grew up on Wayne. Now, I know it was the
Yeah,
drugs, but we grew up Wayne. The shit Wayne
yeah,
was saying growing up was fucking
yeah.
what what.
Like that was going over your head before that was the saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be like, damn, that was a tough bar. And then you think about it and it's like, oh shit, like it meant this. Like, yeah. I do agree. Shit. I mean, honestly, we would have had 2 Chains if it wasn't for Wayne, if we're being honest, because like the same style 2 Chains had is just a different way of what Wayne was doing, despite the fact that Wayne's metaphors were a little bit a little bit more complex. I digress. I do think that I do think that it is really cool to see many of the artists from like our era, the blog era, continue to forge down this road. Now being those OGs like ASAP, you know what I'm saying? Says he's like my G's be the real are the new OGs, things of that matter.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
do need this perspective a little bit more in music in general. You know what I'm saying? Because we like there is now a new generation and I do feel like we have to find a way to die, especially in the 2010s where now, you got articles just being completely deleted. Like, I think having artists like this in the game that still comes from our age is going to be important for us to really capsule that level of music. But it's just still cool to actually see them continue to drop music and flourish. Whether it's them dropping a new album or actually hosting a festival or a fashion show
Mm-hmm.
for a new line, like
Yeah.
those two specifically, and because you mentioned them, aside from you mentioning them, the fact that they were a part of the blog era and such a huge part of it, you know what I'm saying, and for us to watch this
Yeah.
rise, yeah, like I do want J. Cole to continue, in the industry. It don't have to be an album, you know what I'm saying. I'm not selfish to believe that he needs to just do that, but I do
Yeah.
think that him not being in the game would be a hit to the industry because, like you said, you need diversity. You need some form of versatility in rap alone, and he
I agree.
provided a level of versatility that Drake or Kendrick did not have. You know what I'm saying? And he was also, in some ways, a good balance between both sides because he
He
did
was.
have
Yeah.
pop hits, but he was
Mm-hmm.
also giving you some real shit with his storytelling and some of his life experiences. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I do hope
Yeah. That's a
that
good
this is
point.
not the case. You know,
Yeah.
I,
Same here. I agree, man. I like Cole, man. Always have.
yeah,
Piss me
yeah.
off sometimes, but I like Cole.
I still think that the whole thing with him and not Tierra Whack. Who was that? Was it Tierra Whack? It was him.
No, it's no name.
No name. Yeah. I thought that was whack, but
Yeah.
like, and I do think that like some J Cole fans are annoying as shit, but at the same time, I do love the music that he brings to the table, and I understand. And also, this motherfucker knows how to perform. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
saw him.
will
Yeah. Oh
I will
yeah.
forever give him that respect. Like that motherfucker knows how to perform, and he knows how to do it from a small stage to a
Mm-hmm.
big ass stage, and kill
Mm-hmm.
that shit equally. So yeah, I seen him perform 3 times, 4 times. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw him
had
like
to
two
be.
or three. Yeah, Darling Dream Tour. Saw him two or three times. I need to probably go see him again when he come around this time.
Yeah, same here.
Yo, what you listening to, man? I gotta wrap this up, man. It's later than I thought it was gonna be. What you been listening
Okay.
to? Let me go first.
No, I got everything
You
written
ready?
down. So
All right.
yeah. All right. So first things first, definitely ASAP Rocky's "Don't Be Dumb."
Same.
I'm probably sure that you've been saying that you're gonna listen to it, so I'll let you explain a little bit more. But so far, rest of my for the rest of my life is like that's my jam off that
Brent
shit. That's
Fayez, a Brent Fayez song.
yes,
Yeah, that's a hit,
yes,
man. Is
and
that
that
on the radio?
fucking
That should be on the
beefling.
radio.
I wish it was. You know what I'm
That
saying?
should be
It
on the
makes
radio. That's
sense.
a radio song, man. That song fire.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
ASAP Rocky album. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, yeah.
Really
I
enjoyed it.
fuck with it heavy. It's clear that he took. It's clear that he has some of those influences from, the past, and he merged them
Mm-hmm.
into this new era. And it was also
Yep.
cool to see him work with Ken Carson, who is kind of
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like one of his coaching trees in some ways
Hmm.
with the
Hmm.
sonically. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
ASAP
Uh,
got a crazy tree, man. ASAP tree is pretty crazy.
yeah,
I mean, the people on that, you know what I mean? ASAP Ferg, Cardi,
Cardi, yeah,
uh, a whole ASAP mob, Carson. There's a lot of people, man. It's pretty dope.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty
yeah,
dope.
I definitely been throwing that into rotation for the most part. But another album I've been listening to is this guy named Nicholas Lamar. He got an
Mm,
album called What Could, but the
mm,
song, hold on, excuse me. But the album that I've been jamming from Nicholas Lamar is called What Could, and the single that I've been jamming, to be specific, is this song called Primo 8. This album and this artist so far sounds like a modern version of what southern music from the mid 2000s sounded like, and
mm,
it's so fucking good. He also did work. He also made a song with Zaytoven. So once I heard that, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's confirmed." But like, yeah, it's a modern version of mid 2000s southern crunk music. It's or even southern mixtape music at that time. It's so fucking good, and the bass hit
mm.
like crazy, man. So like, yeah, Nicholas Lamar, bro. Like I had to follow him on online because I'm like, oh, like this dude got some bangers. But the album is called What Could, and the song that kind of caught my attention from him was Prime '08. '08. Up
Mm,
next, you got Dave East. This track called Respectfully featuring Larry June. Um, the song is super dope. Like Dave East and Larry June over a beat already sounds wavy, but the
yeah.
sample that's being used is Lamont Johnson, Music of the Sun. Shit is dope. Shit is fire. So the song itself, respectfully, and Music of the Sun, that's been in rotation lately. Ari Lennox, her album Vacancy is out. I've been throwing that into rotation. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm.
Of course, gotta throw up the DMV love. You know what I'm saying? Also, one of the people I interviewed in the past. You know what I'm saying? One of her first interviews. You know what I'm saying? Still on YouTube. Um,
Fire.
Travis Travis Scott and Don Tolliver, they got a new album or a new song out called Rosary, so I threw that in rotation. Very Valentine's Day like vibes going on. You know what I'm saying? Thundercat, he dropped the 3-track EP recently called "I Did This to Myself." Um, that EP is pretty dope, and it got a little Yachty feature on there, so that was cool. And
Mm,
then I went back to the 2000s with Alchemist, the Cutting Room Floor Part One. There's this dope ass song called "Backwards" with Mob Deep on it, so I was like, yeah, I gotta fuck with that. The Baby, I didn't know I was gonna be listening to his shit again. I mean, granted, he got some bangers, but "Be More Grateful," that album
mm,
hits hard, and then also "Pop" that is going to be like, if it gets through the spring, it could be a summer hit. If people remember in the summer, it could be a hit. But
mm.
Peanut Butter Jelly Time is like also a fire ass song too, but it's like PBJT, something like that. That shit is fire as well. And then last but not least, October London released a new song with Snoop Dogg. It's called "Make Me Wanna," but Green Lantern did a remix to it, so I threw that in the rotation as well. Other than
Ooh.
that, it's just been my main three playlists, and yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Man, I'm trying to remember what I was listening to all this damn time. What have I been listening to lately? Um, Krungabin. How you pronounce that?
Krungben, Krungben.
Krungben. There you go. Play them. You know what I'm saying in the mornings. Uh, well, I'm gonna play a '90s playlist, so that's probably what was on rotation. J Cole album. Um, dang, what I've been listening to? A lot of J Cole, man. Something just I've been listening to. The ASAP Rocky album, I really enjoyed that. The Don Toliver album, I played that. I was playing what's that lady name? Yvonne Fair. Bitch is back. Bitch is black. It's an amazing album. It's an amazing album. I think I'm really hoping, man, Beyonce does her rock album that she influenced by Yvonne Fair, who was she was in a relationship with James Brown. She was one of his backup singers. But she go to make one of the first rock albums. It was like a woman. It was amazing. That came out in the '70s. Fire album.
Huh.
Um, what else I'm listening to, man? Bossa Nova, just
Okay.
in general, playing some Bossa Nova in the crib.
Yeah.
I got some John. I bought a John Williams vinyl. That's the
Ooh.
orchestrator guy who did the he did the Jurassic Park song. He did a lot of Spielberg stuff back in the day. But I was in the thrift store and I saw this fire album cover. I just had to get it. It's a really good vinyl from the '80s. Um, that's about it, man. I'm pretty sure it's more, but I can't even think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything to,
You throw a lot of
what's about
shit
to
into
say?
the rotation. I was gonna say you throw a lot of shit into the rotation and you forget in that moment. You like, damn, this shit hard. I gotta tell, and then you forget, and then come back around the show. It's like, fuck, I gotta write this down. That's why I've been writing it
Yeah,
down a little
no.
bit more. Yeah,
Hmm.
but I digress. You was about to say something.
No, anything else to plug?
By the time this come out, the V Day tape should be out. That is going to release on Valentine's Day. I just finished
There
it.
you
I just need to
go.
make a cover.
There you go.
And just hey, keep it locked. Right now, I'm not making. Well, I'm doing quick mixes. That's the content that I'm dropping so far. I also got to drop the highlights for my SP6 Prize League, so that's coming soon. Other than that, the V Day tape, enjoy that. It's going to be on SoundCloud, Vance B underscore, and also Vance B underscore on Instagram, Vance64 on
Mm,
X. Yeah, so just keep it locked, man. But that's the biggest thing. It's just the V Day tape that's coming out.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What about you? You selling anything? You doing
Nah,
anything?
man. Tap in, follow us, log in with us, let us know, man. We on to the next, man. Used to be,
Yes,
you got
Lord.
to pick an album, Vance. Got to pick an album.
Yes. Yes. I think I know what it is too. I think I know what
All
it
right, hit
is.
me, hit me, hit me. All right, y'all. Peace. Follow, subscribe, share. Thanks for the love as always.
Yes, sir.
Peace.